Now this is Samsung's most popular smartphone. Of course, I'm talking about the Galaxy A55 and the A35 upgrades to the A54 and the A34 last year. Now generally here we don't do unboxings, but Samsung sent this really nice box, so we'll do that for this specific video. So let's take a look at the Samsung Galaxy A55, and there's something else inside this box too. Without wasting any time, I'm Arshad, you're watching Trakin Tech English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. Alright, let's take this out. Nice. There you go. You've got the Galaxy A55 and the Galaxy Fit 3. Now, this is a product that I definitely wanted to test, but let's take a look at what's inside the box of the Galaxy A55. So, what you get inside it? Of course, you've got the SIM ejector tool, a white color Type-C to Type-C cable, and there's the phone. Apparently, this is the awesome ice blue color. There's another color that's available, slightly darker in color, and that's the awesome navy color. Now, I'll talk about this phone for sure, but let's quickly also take a look at what's inside the Galaxy Fit 3's box. All right. Nice. We've got the Fit 3. We've got the charging puck along with the Type-C port, which is nice. And of course, some documentation. Alright, that's it. That's the unboxing. Let me talk about the products quickly. The Galaxy A55 has definitely seen some upgrades in terms of the construction quality, that's for sure. It's a proper glass slab with a metal aluminum frame. And of course, it's a hefty boy at about 213 grams, and there's a 5000 mAh battery inside as well. And the glass on the front and the rear is now protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, which is definitely awesome. Apart from that, you also do get IP67 rating. That's something that you do not get in many phones in this price category, that's for sure. So build quality wise, I kind of like it. The design language, it's very similar to the Samsung Galaxy S series. You've got those individual camera rings that forms the camera island, and it does look premium. Also, I do like this metal frame because you've got a brushed aluminum feel to it, and there's a little bit of an indenture plus that raised platform sort of feel for where the power buttons and the volume rocker is placed. At the bottom, you've got the Type-C port. Right next to it is the speaker grill, which works in conjunction with the earpiece in a stereo speaker setup. There's also a mic, in fact, a couple of mics if I'm not mistaken. At the top, you've got the SIM card tray, which accepts 2 nano SIM cards, or you can switch up one of the SIM cards for a memory card, which is actually very nice. Something again, which is not available in this price class. Plus, there's also that extra mic here as well. So overall, with respect to the design, it's nice. I like it, and it maintains design homogeneity with the more premium S line, so that's a good thing. So if you're getting like a S line kind of design in an A series phone, but of course it's thick and heavy. Now the display on the Samsung Galaxy A55 is a 6.6 inch Full HD plus 120 Hz refresh rate AMOLED panel, and of course there are thick bezels all around. It's a flat panel, but you can see these black borders out here. Now this display, with respect to brightness, it can actually reach a peak brightness of 1000 nits in high brightness mode. So when you take it outdoors and under direct sunlight, it's pretty legible. Absolutely no problem there. And yes, HDR is also supported on both YouTube and Netflix when we checked it. And the HDR gradation has been done really nicely. The highlights are maintained well, the shadows are good. In fact, the color accuracy of the display, especially in the natural color mode, is pretty good. So display wise, we actually like the display. There's also an extra certification in the form of SJ certification for blue light filter, so it reduces blue light emission, which is a good thing. That apart, you also get an in-display fingerprint scanner, very fast to unlock. It's an optical one, but it's very fast to unlock. And I also tested out the haptic feedback. It's kind of soft, but it's definitely not rattly, so that's a good thing. And like I mentioned, you also get a stereo speaker setup with Dolby Atmos support. We heard it, it sounds really good. Alright, now let's talk about the internal specs. Starting with the processor, it's the upgraded Exynos 1480 system on chip. It's not the Exynos 1380 that was used last year. Now this chip also has the inbuilt Xclipse 530 GPU, and it has RDNA 2 technology as well. Now we did test it out. The performance is proper mid-range performance. It's not a high-end performance that you can expect from many other phones in this price range. In Antutu, we got a score of about 7.24 lakhs. The GPU stability, although, was pretty good because it doesn't push for performance as much, so we got a 99.5% GPU stability. And the CPU stability is about 87%. We also tried Genshin Impact. We played for 30 minutes at highest graphics and 60 FPS, and we got about 43 frames per second, and the phone went to about 46-47 degrees. Now with respect to the variants, you get 8128, 8256 and 12256, and this is all LPDDR5X RAM type and UFS 3.1 storage. And the phone also has a larger vapor cooling chamber this year compared to last year. Basically what we noticed in our testing is that it doesn't get hot, so that's a good thing. But of course, I must definitely mention that you can get phones with better performance in this price range. Now inside the Galaxy A55, you also get a 5000 mAh battery, and it should last you about 1.5 days easily, no problem whatsoever. That apart, you also get support for wired charging of up to 25 watt speeds only. You will have to buy the charger separately though. On the Galaxy A55, you also get support for Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3. You get almost all the 5G bands that you can think of. One system seller for me, and one reason why I could recommend this phone to many folks, and the reason why I continue to use the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, is the support for NFC with Samsung Wallet, which means that you can add your debit card, your credit card, you can add all your documents that you've put in DigiLocker, all of that in one single app. Talking about software specific features, let's also talk about the software inside the phone. You get One UI 6.1 based on Android 14. Now, One UI 6.1 on this has been tuned exceptionally well as well. We saw that the animations were absolutely smooth, almost as smooth as what we experienced with more expensive, S series of phones. That apart, Samsung also promises 4 years of software updates and 5 years of security updates on the phone, which is possibly the highest in this price category. Now, One UI 6.1 of course has a lot of features. However, there are a couple of things that we noticed and we must mention, which is basically the fact that there are a lot of pre-installed apps and some widgets too. For example, PhonePay, Snapchat, Daily Hunt, all of that are pre-installed, but all of them can be uninstalled as well. In fact, the Truecaller widget is placed on the home screen by default, again something that you can remove. There's also the glance integration in the lock screen, again something you can switch off. Apart from that, Samsung is also giving you Knox security features with the Galaxy A55, which for Samsung users is a big thing. Now, Samsung has also added a few photo editing tools that we've seen on the more expensive flagships. For example, you get that image clipper feature. Basically, you can just cut out somebody, a subject from a photo and place them in any other app. That apart, in certain pictures, it will give you the option to remaster after you've taken the picture and open the gallery, and it'll also give you the option for object eraser as well. So these are some AI specific features that are available in the Photos app that is now available on the Galaxy A series as well. Now, talking about which, let's talk about the cameras. You've got a triple camera setup. You've got the 50MP primary camera, 12MP ultra wide, 50MP primary camera with optical image stabilization, 12MP ultra wide, 5MP macro, and on the front there's a 32MP selfie camera as well. Now, with respect to video recording, you can actually shoot 4K 30fps using the primary, the ultra wide, and the selfie camera as well. Now, while that's good for the ultra wide and the selfie, I would have expected Samsung to go with 4K 60fps for the primary camera, but 4K 30fps is what you get. However, we did record videos using the selfie camera, especially the 4K 30fps video recording quality is damn good. Plus, the sound recording quality, as you know, generally in Samsung phones is pretty good.
This is the selfie video sample shot using the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G.
Also, the video recording quality in daylight using the primary camera was pretty good. Now, we did take some shots with the phone. It's our preliminary testing. It's our first impressions right now. With the Samsung Galaxy A55's primary camera, we got some really good shots. Typical Samsung processing that you can expect from it, especially the portrait mode, looks very, very good. And the low light shots, the ones that we took in the night, were actually very impressive, primarily because I think that nightography algorithm is working wonders with the camera setup that you get with the Samsung Galaxy A55. In fact, I do really want to test out the Samsung Galaxy A55's cameras against the other competitors in this price range. So let me know if you guys want that video. We'll try to get it done for you. So that was the Galaxy A55. Now let's talk about this tiny thing, and I really, really like this one. It's the Galaxy Fit 3. Now, the Fit 3 is like a cross between a fitness band and a smartwatch, and I really like this, rectangular form factor. Essentially, what you get is a tall vertical 1.6-inch display with an AMOLED screen. And the Fit 3's display is definitely an upgrade from the Fit 2 for sure, which was like a tiny little 1.1-inch screen, but this one's like a nice big 1.6-inch one. Plus, what I really like about it when we used it was the UI was very, very responsive, very similar to the Galaxy Watch 6 that I've been using. But the underlying operating system is still RTOS, but it has One UI on top of it. Therefore, it feels very smooth and responsive. It's pretty comfortable to wear because it's about 40 grams only, and you've got IP68 rating and 5 ATM water resistance as well. Now, if you want to pair this device, you will need to download Galaxy Wearable on your Android phone. Now, if you're wondering if it works on iPhones, it doesn't. Now, we notice that there are tons of watch faces that are available, and if you get any incoming message, then you can reply to that with the preset, message options that are available. That apart, you also do get a lot of tracking features, like you get heart rate tracking, of course, step tracking is there for sure, and you also get the SpO2 monitor as well. Now, there's the option for fall detection and the camera remote as well. Now, these are features that will definitely work, but only on Samsung phones, not on any other Android phone. That's something you have to keep in mind. And the battery life that you can expect from this is 13 days with always on display off, and if you keep it on, then you get about 3 to 4 days. But there are a few things that are not present on the Galaxy Fit 3. There's no NFC and there's no GPS either. So NFC, basically no Samsung Wallet, none of that. You cannot make payments. And there is no mic, so therefore you cannot use it as a Bluetooth calling device. But if you do get a call, you can cut it once you've taken the call on the phone. So the Fit 3 is available for 4,999. Of course, there are a lot of different brands in the market right now selling smartwatches for that price. with Bluetooth calling feature and a few other features as well. So would you pick something like the Fit 3? Would you trust Samsung or would you buy something else? Let me know in the comment section below. Now coming back to the Galaxy A55. Now this one is going to be priced around 40,000, slightly lower maybe for the starting variant at least. And at that price, of course, Samsung has made a lot of improvements. Definitely in the build quality, the display is also very, very nice, especially with respect to multimedia experience. It's pretty good. And of course, Samsung's cameras are generally pretty good. Plus, you also get great software experience with One UI 6.1 and the promise of 4+5 years of software updates as well. But if you are a performance enthusiast, you might want to look at other options that are available in the market. What do you guys think of the Galaxy A55? Do you like it? Would you consider it? Do you want us to do anything else with it? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.